Well, the car that you came in with just got stopped by the state police trying to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably because you told them that we were here.
December 29th, 2023. It's just another day in Connecticut, or so it seems. Officers receive a call from a local bank. A teller has spotted something suspicious. A woman is trying to cash a check that just doesn't look right. Now, you might think, okay, maybe it's just a mistake. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't the first bank she's been to today. In fact, she's already tried at 3 other branches. Each time, the bank employees turned her away. But this time, they're ready for her.
Hello.
So I have just information here that's not matching on our system. I understand you've been to other branches too, so we just wanted to give you.
What's going on?
So the officers walk into the bank, and there she is, a woman named Sumaya. She's standing there with her ID out, probably thinking everything's going smoothly. The officer approaches her calmly, asking basic questions.
Yes, that's the ID.
This is your ID?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
Samaya.
Your birthday? Okay.
Then comes the million-dollar question. Who's your employer? Now watch this.
So you just came to cash a check from your employer?
Yeah.
Who's your employer?
It's a rent check.
A rent check?
Yes. It's for my rent.
This is where things start getting really weird. She says the check is from her employer, but then immediately changes her story and says it's a rent check, and she just can't answer. She's stumbling, getting nervous, trying to dodge the question. If you've got a legitimate check from your employer, you just say the name, right? Oh, I work at ABC Company. Simple, but she can't do it.
Well, it sounds like they think you might be trying to pass a bad check.
No,
So,
I'm not.
okay, so I'm asking who's your employer? Like, who gave you the check? It's for your rent.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand my question?
She's making herself more nervous, claiming she doesn't understand what's going on. But the officer? He's not buying it for a second.
Okay.
There's no Civics out here in the parking lot. If you want her to try again.
You drive a different car?
No.
Okay, so my partner just told me there's not a Civic in the parking lot.
I don't understand. You guys are making me nervous.
Okay.
Now here's where things get even more suspicious. The officer asks her what kind of car she drives. She says it's a white Honda Civic parked out back. Seems reasonable, right? Wrong. The officer's partner has already checked the parking lot. There's no white Civic anywhere. She lied about something so easy to verify. Why would you lie about what car you drove unless you're trying to hide something? She keeps insisting the car is there, acting confused and nervous. But the officers know something she doesn't know yet. Listen to this.
Well, the car that you came in with just got stopped by the state police trying to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably because you told them that we were here.
Her friends literally tried to abandon her. They saw the police, panicked, and tried to drive away, leaving her at the bank to take the fall. And guess what? The state police stopped them before they could escape. Talk about loyalty, right? These criminals threw her under the bus the second things got hot.
So, can you explain what's going on?
We have local branches. I had 2 branches tell me that she had tried to go to their locations and cash the check, and we've already put a fraud alert on because that check does not match any that have cashed out of that account, so we can tell it's a counterfeit check.
How do you do that?
While Sumaya is sitting there realizing her friends ditched her, the officer talks to the bank teller to understand exactly what's going on. And folks, this is fascinating. The teller explains that this woman has been to 3 different branches today. Each time they turned her away. But they also did something smart. They warned other banks in the area that she might show up.
How do you do that?
So we look at images of recently cashed items, and it doesn't match anything. The signature's not a match, so that tells us it's counterfeit.
So the signature is not a match to the other checks that have been cashed by this account?
Do you want me to pull one up and print it?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yeah.
These bank employees are basically fraud detection experts. They caught every single red flag. The check looked close enough that it might have worked at a less careful location, but not here. Not today.
Smile. Alright, we're done with the phone right now.
Why are you doing that?
You're done with the phone.
Alright.
You can either put it down or I can take it as evidence. What do you want to
New
do?
York
What do you mean?
ID 825.
I'm going to either seize your phone or you're going to put it down.
Why is my phone
Your phone.
bothering you?
I can take it right from you. You know that?
Okay, so now we get to one of the wildest parts of this whole encounter. Sumaya keeps pulling out her phone, and you can guess what she's trying to do. She's probably trying to warn her accomplices or delete evidence.
I'm not texting anybody.
If you pull out the phone again, listen.
being
Stop. You are.
disrespectful.
Listen. Stop talking while I'm talking. If you pull the phone out again, I'm going to take it as evidence, okay? I promise you that. I'll go in your pockets and grab it from you.
But does she listen? Of course not. She pulls it out again, and the officer is absolutely done with the games.
Yes, and it's broken. Yes, and it's broken.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
AirPods.
What was that?
AirPods.
Can you just empty your pockets for me?
The officer decides to search her to make sure she doesn't have any more fake checks on her. And there's this interesting moment where she tries to claim he tricked her into giving up her phone.
I didn't trick you. I was just searching you to make sure you didn't have any other fraud checks or anything on you.
You tricked me.
Okay.
You told me if I put it away, I didn't touch it.
Okay. I'm not here to trick you. I'm trying to give you. I'm being straight with you. I'm being honest with you.
You told me to take it out, and I took it out.
Well, I told you to just put everything on the table right there.
This is actually a really important moment because it shows how professional these officers are. They're following proper procedures, they're being transparent about what they're doing, and they're giving the suspects every opportunity to cooperate. Meanwhile, the other suspects are being detained as well, and guess what they find in the car?
So a bunch of blank paper, printed checks, all the same, unfilled out, with the same signature. And then they got a bunch of ripped checks.
Blank paper, printed checks that are all the same but unfilled, check washing materials with Clorox. This isn't just one fake check, this is a full operation. They were planning to hit multiple banks with multiple fake checks.
Why'd you leave her in the bank?
No, I was going to use the bathroom. I still have to use the bathroom, like right now. But I had to get gas. Like if you see, my gas is on like 40 miles. I got like 40, 30 miles.
Yeah.
So I was actually ready to drive home, but she was taking pretty long. But I didn't know why.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't speak to her. You know.
Now let's talk about the driver who tried to leave Sumaya at the bank. When the state police stop him, he's got this ridiculous excuse ready. He claims he was just going to get gas and use the bathroom. His tank was low, he had to go. You know, totally normal reasons to abandon your friend at a bank while she's committing fraud, right?
So you just left her there because you were going to go get gas?
Yeah, but I was coming right back. You know, she has a phone, you know, like, so it's not like I was going to leave her in Connecticut. You know?
Yeah.
Sure, buddy. We totally believe you. You just happened to leave at the exact moment the police showed up. What a coincidence. The officers aren't buying it for a second. And honestly, neither should we.
Hello.
Hi again. So I actually got a little bit more information.
Cool. What do you got?
Also the employee requested about the actual customer. So I talked to the branch that's in Coventry, and the person that was in here did successfully cash a check at their branch.
As the investigation continues, the plot gets even thicker. The bank employee comes back with more information. Remember how I said Sumaya tried to cash checks at other branches? Well, it turns out, at one of those branches, the Coventry location, she actually succeeded. She managed to cash one fraudulent check before the other banks caught on.
You guys want to press charges, I imagine, right?
Yeah. I would think so, especially because she got away with it. So.
We have this female.
The officer asks if the bank wants to press charges, and they absolutely do, and rightfully so. This kind of fraud has a really negative impact on customers, as the bank employee says. These scammers aren't just stealing from a big corporation, they're ultimately stealing from regular people whose accounts are being compromised.
I'm not a snitch. I'm not none of that. You know, I'm a man.
For the other people you're with?
Yeah, I'm not making the case. I'm not going to say anything to put anybody else in more hot water. Sure. You know, I'm a real man, so I'm going to stand on what I say.
While they're being processed, one of the suspects starts talking about how he's not a snitch, and he's a real man who won't say anything to put anybody else in hot water. He also mentions something about getting a record deal and working for Warner and Universal. Like, dude, you're sitting in the back of a police car for check fraud. Maybe focus on the immediate problem instead of your imaginary music career. The delusion is real with these people. They genuinely thought they could pull this off, even though they made mistake after mistake after mistake.
They're in here.
Oh, in here? Where? No, he's not.
There.
Brady, don't leave me. I swear to God, never be in front of everyone. Huh?
In the end, all 4 suspects were charged with conspiracy to commit larceny and felony forgery. These are serious charges that could result in significant prison time. And you know what? They deserve it. They weren't some desperate people stealing bread to feed their families. They were running an organized fraud operation, targeting banks, and ultimately stealing from innocent people. What do you think about this case? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell.